Okay, so now we're going to talk about the third non-polyhedron, a sphere. So the volume, or how much stuff can fit inside a sphere. Different pictures of spheres here. Vocab word. A sphere is a set of all points in space that are a given distance, known as the radius, from a given point, known as the center. Kind of a goofy word, so it's like a ball. It's a ball. So pause me when you need to. The volume of a sphere. The volume of a sphere is 4/3 the product of pi and the cube of the radius. So here's our formula we're going to write. And we'll watch a video on why that is. So there's the symbols. Here's a picture. Whenever you round or use 3.14 for pi, you're finding the approximate value. An answer left in terms of pi, such as 256/3 pi, is an exact value. So we'll see somewhere today where we leave it in terms of pi. And sometimes your ALEKS assignments ask that too. First thing we're going to do is write the formula. I'll show you how to type in your calculator. That formula is 4/3 pi r cubed. Or you could rewrite it as 4 pi r cubed, all of that divided by 3. Do I have the radius? Plug and chug. And did I label and round correctly? So ask yourself these questions. Okay, find the volume of each sphere, round to the nearest tenth. Write the formula. The formula is 4/3, or I'm going to write it as 4 pi r cubed over 3. So this one's a little different. It's got r cubed. Now while I'm at it, I'm just going to write this one over here. Because this helps you to know to multiply by 4 and then take that answer divided by 3. So the radius, they did not give me that. They gave me the diameter. So find the radius, which is half of that. Take that divided by 3. So 4 pi 11 cubed. 4 pi 11 to the third. I'm going to round. We're going to get some really big numbers today. Do not freak out. I'm going to divide that by 3. 5,575.3 centimeters cubed. Same thing over here. 4 times, if you use 3.14, you might get nicer numbers. 4 pi 5 cubed over 3. So 4 pi 5 to the third, we get 1570.8. Divide that by 3. We get the volume is 523.6 millimeters cubed. Okay, so there's some with pictures. Here's some without a picture. A volleyball has a diameter, ding, ding, ding. The radius then is half of that. So the radius is 5 inches. A pump can inflate the ball at a rate of 325 cubic inches per minute. How long will it take to inflate the ball? Round to the nearest tenth. Sounds a little different. So we have to inflate it, so we have to find the volume. Volume equals 4 pi r cubed over 3, which is 4 pi 5 cubed over 3. Well, that looks just like this one. So I'm just going to use that number. So the volume is 523.6 millimeters cubed. Okay, well, if that's the volume and it says that it can fill up at this rate, and I need to figure out the time, what I need to do is divide by 325. So if I divide by, and I'm going to show you how the labels work, but the important part is that I'm going to use fractions. I'm going to put this over 1. But I want to have millimeters cubed be in the bottom. And they say that it's 320, or inches. Oh, geez, I have inches. Grab millimeters from the other problem. So this is inches cubed needs to be in the bottom, which is where that 325 comes from, and a 1 to go on top. We talked about this last year. Now my millimeters, or inches, whatever I'm working with, my inches cubed go away. So I needed to divide these numbers. So now I need to take that divided by 325. This is going to take 1.6 minutes. So we've done some multiplying, like when we were trying to figure out how much they weigh, but if I'm trying to figure out how long it takes to inflate, this is a division problem. So here's another practice one. A snowball has a diameter of 6 centimeters. That's a problem. We need the radius, so it's going to be 3 centimeters. How long would it take the snowball to melt if it melts at a rate of 1.8 cubic centimeters per minute? So the volume, so how much snow it has in it, is 4/3. I'm going to write it a little different this time, just so you can see. My process is going to be the same though. 4 times pi times 3 cubed, and then I'm going to divide that by 3. So 4 pi 3 cubed divided by 3 is 113.1 centimeters cubed. Well, now I'm going to divide by 1.8 cubic centimeters per minute. So now these are left. These go away. It's another way to write it. So I'm going to divide my answer in my calculator, and I get 62.8 minutes. A little over an hour. Okay, now we have the volume of a hemisphere. A circle separates a sphere into 2 congruent halves called a hemisphere. So a hemisphere is half a sphere. The volume of a hemisphere is half the volume of a sphere. So a couple ways to do that is find the volume of the whole thing and then divide by 2, or we can come up with a different formula. So if we're going to do, the regular formula is 4/3 pi r cubed, and we need to do half of that, or times a half. If I multiply all my numerators, I would get the volume of a sphere is 4 pi r cubed, but then over 6. That gets simplified to 2/3. So really, it's 2 pi r cubed over 3, 2/3 pi r cubed. But instead of memorizing all these formulas, if we can just find the volume of the whole thing and then do half, so I'm just going to write half of 4/3 pi r cubed, that'll keep me on track. So half of 4 pi 1 cubed, because that's the diameter, over 3. So do it like I normally do. 4 pi 1 cubed is stupid, so I'm not going to write that in there. Divided by 3. It's not stupid, it just doesn't have to be done. So I get 4.2. So I get half of 4.2. So that I can take my answer divided by 2. I get 2.1. So the volume of this hemisphere is 2.1 centimeters cubed. So find the whole, then divide by 2. F. Do the whole thing, but it's half of 4/3 pi r cubed. So half of 4/3 pi times 9 cubed. So 4 pi 9 cubed divided by 3. Now I've got that. Half of 330, 53.6. So into half of that, and get the volume is 1,526.8 meters cubed. Okay. So slide 3 and slide 5 are the same concept. You just have to do it in 2 steps. So you can try that one on your own, and we will try this last one, or this one as the last. This is the last one as a class. So the volume of a baseball, so that's a sphere. It's giving us the volume. What is the diameter? Okay, so this one's a tricky one. So the sphere's volume is, I'm going to write it as 4 pi r cubed over 3 this time. Just because you can write either one, and now I can plug in what I know. I know that the V is 13.39. I know that I could do 4 pi over 3 and get a decimal. So 4 pi, and then divided by 3 is 4.2. So I get 4.2 r cubed. I can divide by 4.2 on both sides. Oops. So 13.39 divided by 4.2 is 3.2. So I get the radius cubed is equal to 3.2. Well, to undo cubed, we take the cube root. So remembering how to do that, we have to push the number 3. Excuse me. Push the number 3, push the second button, push the caret button. So now I've got that x is going to be a 3, and then type in my 3.2. You get 1.5. So the radius is 1.5. Take it times 2 to find the diameter. So the diameter is 3 inches. All right, knowledge is power, power is respect, respect is happiness, and that is awesome. Have a great day.